Hello friends and welcome back to another video. In the previous video we discussed about static methods. So in this video we are going to discuss about inheritance and subclasses. So for that let's create another class and I will name it teachers. But before that we have to do some changes in the previous class name, and I will change the name of the previous class to staff, and that name will also be changed within the class and the objects of this class. Now let's name the next class, which will be teachers, and in the empty parentheses I will write staff to show that it is a subclass of the class staff. Now as we have done in the previous class, that we have created the init method first, same we will do here. I will write here def underscore underscore init underscore underscore and self in the empty parentheses. Now I will add other arguments along with the self argument, which will be name, age, fee and subject. Now instead of writing self.name equals name, self.age equals age and self.fee equals fee, I will write here super and empty parentheses dot init, and in the empty parentheses I will write name, age and fee. What does that mean? That means we don't have to assign the name, age and fee arguments again and again, as they have been assigned in the previous class, which is staff. So super.init means that it will adopt name, age and fee arguments from the superclass, which is staff, and the name, age and fee arguments are going to be adopted from the staff init method. So there is one more new argument, which is subject. So we will write here self dot subject equals subject. We are writing it here because it is new and we haven't added it in the previous class, which is staff. Now let's add the value of new argument subject that we have just created, but you will see that these values are highlighted with yellow. That means there is an error, we shouldn't add these values. Why is that so? It is because the subject argument that we have just created is only for the class teacher and it is not for the class staff. The object created here is created with the reference of staff. So let's change the class name to teacher and you will see that the problem is resolved. So now let's change the name of the objects from S1 and S2 to T1 and T2, and you have to add the colon sign after the name of the class. So let's add the colon sign, and now I will write here print T1 dot subject and if I run the code you will see that its subject is maths, and if I change the object to T2 and it will change the subject, which is English. Now I will add a class variable to the class teacher as we have added it in the class staff. In the class staff, the add underscore fee variable has the value 500, but I will create add underscore fee variable with the value of, let's say, 200. Now let's change the name of the class for T2 and its class will be changed from teacher to staff, and let's remove the English subject as it is not the part of the staff class. So now to understand the concept or to check if we can inherit the methods of the parent class also. In this case it is the class staff. I will write here t1 dot new fee, where new fee is the method of class staff which is the parent class, and t1 is the object of class teacher. So t1 dot fee, if we print the t1 dot fee, you will see that it is increased to 10,000, where the current value of the fee is 9800 or 9800. If we add 200 to the 9800 or 9800, it will make total of 10,000. Same we can do with the t2 object, and its value will also increase, but with the reference of the value in the class staff. If we change the add fee value in the class staff, you will see that its value increases to 10,100. So that means that we can inherit the methods from parent class. Now let me show you some more things related to the inheritance and subclasses. Firstly, let's remove these lines, and I will write here print is instance, and in the empty parentheses I will write t1 comma staff. What it will do is it will check if the t1 object is the instance of class staff, and it is true. Why is it true? Because t1 is the object of class teacher, and class teacher is the subclass of class staff. So indirectly t1 is the instance of class staff. So now let's change the name of the object from t1 to t2 and run the code. You will see it is also true because t2 is the instance of class staff. So let's see if it is the instance of class teacher. You guys can see it is false. So let's change is instance function to is subclass, and it will check if the first class is the subclass of the second class. So let's check if the staff class is the subclass of teacher class. You guys can see it is false. So now let's check if the teacher class is the subclass of the class staff. You guys can see it is true because class teacher is the subclass of class staff. So in this video I told you about inheritance and subclasses. So that's it for today guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.